Good morning, y'all. This video is just going to be going through the project, talking about some examples, talking about the rubric, specifically things that might look good, some things that might not look good, and just generally what's expected of you. So first things first, going through, you have these instructions here. Y'all can all read, so I'm not going to read those for you. Basically, you're going to take a picture of some triangles, you're going to measure some things for the triangle, and you're going to solve. Measuring angles, take your best guess. You know, does it look like 30? Does it look like 45? Does it look like 37? Does it look like 90? Don't use a 90. Okay? Don't use a 90. If it looks like 90, maybe it's 87. That works for me. If you want to say it's 87 and go from there, that works. Alright. So, going through, here's the chart I want y'all to have for each triangle. It gives me the 3 sides and 3 angles. It'll make it easier for me to just go through and check and make sure that you have everything. Important things about this chart. Up here in the corner, law signs or law cosines. If you do a triangle and you use law signs to solve it, highlight law signs or even erase everything and write law signs. Or circle it. Or do something, if you're making the chart yourself, do something to make sure I know that you use law signs. Okay? You have to tell me that is law signs. We have the sides and the angles, and you're just going to put in here your sides and your angles. Fill out the chart. I want you to put an asterisk or highlight or circle or do something to let me know what you start with. Okay? So say you measure all 3 sides first, and you get 5 and 12 and 14 as your 3 sides. Great. Put asterisks by them so I know this is what you started with. So then when you go in and give me the angles, I can use the sides to find the angles. Okay? For the law signs or law cosines, say whatever you do first. Okay? So if you use law of cosines first and then use the law signs the rest of the time, that's great. You just have to make sure you do law cosines first. And then it'll be a law cosines problem. Next thing is area of triangle. Just put this at the bottom. You know, so maybe this area of this triangle is 50. Great. And obviously you do the math and stuff. There's some spaces here. You can do your work down here, or if you're doing a separate sheet of paper, whatever. You do have to show your work. If you don't show your work, you're going to lose points, and that's going to make us sad. So yeah, that's basically how that works. Cancel. I don't want to do that. I want to just delete these. Oh my goodness. I'll deal with that later. So 5 of them, because there's 5 problems. Yeah, rubric. So each triangle is worth 18 points. Okay, 18 times 5 is 90. Alright, so you got 5 triangles worth 18 points each. That's 90 possible points. The final 10 points will be making sure you did law signs twice and law cosines twice. If you only use law signs, then you're not going to get those 10 points. If you only use law cosines, you're not going to get those 10 points. So just make sure out of your 5, 2 of them, the first thing you do is law signs, and for 2 of them, the first thing you do is law cosines. And then we're good. So for each triangle, first thing I'm looking at is the picture. If you have no picture, you're not going to get any points. If you have a picture that's clear, and I can tell what the triangle is, and all sides are labeled, you're going to get the 3 points. In between is in between. Just take the picture, draw on it, make it clear that I know where the triangle is. Okay? Example of a picture. Here's a picture. I have 3 sides, right? Labeling doesn't have to be necessarily like actually on the triangle. I'd prefer if it was, but if you can't get it on the triangle for whatever reason, you can just tell me like, oh, the left-hand side, the long side on the left is my side A. The angle across from it, where the bolt is, would be angle A. The angle at the bottom would be angle B, which would make the top side side B. You can do that. Or you can open up paint and come in and just draw your, let me see, where's my drawing? I got brushes, my size is big. A, B, and C. Awesome. And then label all across from them. A, B, and C. Yeah? So you can do either of those, okay? Say you don't have Microsoft Paint. Maybe say you can't get your photos onto the computer at all, okay? You're taking the photo with your phone, right? Open up Snapchat. Draw on Snapchat. Save the photo. Attach that photo when you send it to me, okay? However you do this works, all right? As long as you have a picture, I can tell where the triangle is in the picture, and you tell me what the sides are. You're going to get all those points. All right, coming back over here. Sides of triangles, okay? If you tell me all 3 side lengths correctly, that's 3 points. If they're not right, you're not going to get those points. So say you start with 2 sides, all right? If you start with 2 sides and measure 2 sides at the beginning, and those are the 2 sides you start with, you're going to get at least 2 points here. Times 5, that adds up. Same with angles. If you tell me in the charts up here the 3 angles, and they are correct based on the information you started with, you're going to get those points. The using law signs or law cosines, this is this box right here. If you tell me the right answer here, law signs or law cosines, and you actually use it correctly, you're going to get those points, all 3 points. Okay, some ways that you cannot get points. If somehow you solve this triangle without using law signs and without using law cosines, you're not going to get any points. So hypothetically, even though I know it's not going to happen because we're not going to choose right angles, if you used Pythagorean theorem and just normal inverse sine, you're not going to get these. You're not going to get these points, and your things are going to be wrong anyways. If you try to use the wrong law, so like say it was supposed to be a law sines triangle, and the only way to solve it was using law signs, and you try to use law cosines, you're going to only get 1 point there. If you use the correct law but label it wrong, so let's say that you are supposed to use law cosines, and you actually use the law cosines, but you tell me that it was the law signs that you used, that's how you're going to get those 2 points there instead of the full 3. And if you tell me it's law cosines and use law cosines, you're going to get all 3 points. If you manage to make a triangle where you could do law signs first or law cosines first, great. Tell me which ones you're going to use first, label it that way, and go from there. Okay, so what's important here is that you actually do what you tell me. Yeah. All right, area of triangle. 3 points here. If you don't do it, you're not going to get any point. If you do it correctly, you're going to get 3 points. If you give me the right formula, but your math goes wrong, you're only going to get 2 points. And if you don't use the right formula, but you try it, you're only going to get 1 point. Important part down here, work. Okay? If you don't give me any work, you're not going to get any points for this. Okay? So 0 points multiplied by 5 triangles, that's going to be 15 points off. So that means if you don't show any work, the highest you can get is an 85. Minimal work versus most work, don't make me make that decision. Just show all your work. Show me what you're doing. Show me setting up the problem. Make sure you also do it for area. We could definitely fall into a trap of doing the work correctly and then just plugging an area in your calculator. Write out what you're doing. Make sure I can see everything, and yeah. So that'll give us 90 points. The final 10 points are going to be if you used at least 2 law signs and 2 law cosines. Okay, so what I mean there is if the first thing you do is law signs for 2 of them, the first thing you do is law cosines for 2 of them, you're going to get those 10 points. It's going to make me happy. Yeah, bonus. Give me a reason to give you bonus. If your triangle's super creative or it's a super good looking project, or I don't know, I'm not going to be willy-nilly with this, but you know, maybe I give the most creative triangle bonus. Yeah, and then total score, I'll put some comments down there. Yeah. This is going to be a test grade. So this is our test for this unit. Instead of giving a pen and paper test, this is going to be our project. This is going to be our test. Yeah. As I said in the instructions of the thing, I'm going to have live streams, not live streams, but Google Meet things on Tuesday and Thursday for y'all to ask questions about this. Don't wait till Thursday to put this off. And yeah, I'm going to show you some examples of triangles that I found around my house. You can do your triangles, they don't have to be perfect triangles. They just have to be able to draw a triangle on them. That's not what I wanted to pull up. Where am I going? I'm going to here. So yeah, here's the basketball goal. Found the triangle there. Obviously that doesn't connect all the way through, but don't tell anyone. It's okay. It's close enough. I see a triangle there. You see a triangle there. We're happy. Another triangle might have been this one up here. This was looking pretty close to 90 degrees. Okay, so if you decide to use this one up here, that's not 90 degrees. Let's say it's 85. Let's say it's 95. I don't care as long as it's not 90. Some other examples of triangles. Here's two that I found in some chairs. Clocks are cool, and they're really cool because you can find this angle up here by knowing how much separation there is here. So 360 would be all the way around. There's 60 minutes in an hour. The difference here is 5, 10, 15, 16 minutes. So you can find, using proportions, what that angle is. Cool. Dartboard. Lots of triangles. Obviously, I know that this is curved, but whatever. It's close enough. Little piece of exercise equipment I found. Recipe book holder. See the triangle there. Obviously, in real life, this isn't connected, but it is in my drawing. Yeah. Piece of meat. Gives me a triangle. Vacuum cleaner. A little bit of triangle. These are just lots of different examples. Other examples, maybe you have a video game and you have points on a map and you make a triangle. Great. Maybe you're watching a YouTube video and they draw a triangle, or they have to run around and make a triangle. The room's a triangle. Or maybe the map between your work and Appalachia and your home makes a triangle. Whatever, you know. Maybe there's a road that goes out and then makes a sharp turn and comes back some, and you want to know how far it would be just to go across instead of having to drive on the road. You can give me that triangle. However you do this works for me. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Please, please, please let me know what questions you have about this. And yeah, I will be available tomorrow at 1. That's Tuesday at 1. And then also Thursday at 1 for you to ask some questions. I'm still working on grading. I'm going to have those done by tomorrow. By tomorrow, end of the day tomorrow. Last thing, don't wait till Thursday to do this project. Do it now. Well, not now, but, you know, don't put it off, because then you're not going to do as good a job. That's going to make me sad. And I want everyone to get hundreds on this. All right. See y'all soon. Adios.